All right. Hey guys. Hello everybody. Sorry for the late start. Good morning everybody. Good afternoon and good evening to the world here. Welcome to Once Upon a Game, season 2, episode 12, where we're playing John Harper's awesome game Blades in the Dark. What's cool about today is that I'm not actually the game master today, even though my thing says game master. Today will be Dead Sunny as the game master, which would be really cool. Not every time, not every session of Once Upon a Game do I get to chill as a player role instead of like host, facilitator, GM, or what have you. So I'm excited for this. I'm also really excited to play this game. Blades is a really awesome game. It's kind of like industrial fantasy darkness. Imagine something like Fallen London, like the game Fallen London, or Sunless Sea crossed with what's the movie The Departed, plus the game Dishonored or Thief, plus Peaky Blinders. It's very much like a gritty crime kind of urban fantasy thing with vampires, darkness, electroplasm, lightning rails. It's so much fun. I'm oozing with delight here. But before we get into the game and our characters and who we're all playing and everything like that, let's go around the table here and introduce ourselves and say how you're doing. And yeah, let's start to my left and go around counterclockwise, because why not? So Dead Sunny, what's up, my friend?
Hi, I'm Dead Sunny. I'm actually from Hungary, so it's the evening here. Good evening to everyone who's watching from Europe. Um, yeah, I'm doing fine, and I'm just very excited to play this. I've
Sure.
only GM'd this game once, and I'm
Yeah.
super excited to do it
How,
again.
yeah. How many times have you? So you GM'd this game one time, but have you played it before as well, or
Yeah,
only GM'd?
2 times I played it,
Two
and
thousand times. Wow,
two
that's really
times,
good.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, so everybody's cameras got messed up from the break. That's fine. Cool. So next up would be Sose.
Right. Uh, I live in England. I don't. I'm not good at these. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Start with how you're doing and what's your name.
Uh, I'm doing fine. I'm known in the real world as Kane.
Okay.
Excited to be playing Blades for the third time, I think.
Awesome.
But other than that, no, I woke up about an hour ago.
Likewise. Cool, man. Awesome. So happy to have you back on. You were on our show before.
I was on Downfall.
Yes. So happy to have you back.
Nice.
So Robert, what's new with you, my friend?
Um, Not a whole lot. I'm also very tired. Woke up about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I've never played Blades before, but I've always wanted to, and I'm really excited. But apologies if I'm terrible. Uh, so other than that, doing good.
Awesome. Rumor has it that you've been game developing a little bit, maybe
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
dabbling. Cool.
Dabbling, just, you know.
Yeah, and fans of Once Upon a Game, we might have ourselves a little ball here later in February. We might be playtesting something by
Oh, cool.
by Robert. So stay tuned for that. It'd be cool. And last but certainly not least, corn dogs. Corn dogs, long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah,
How are you today, my friend?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only pretty good. Not
You know, I'm
as
pretty
good as you can in the cynical world of Duskwall.
Yeah, just trying to keep my head up, doing all the things.
Awesome. Cool. So, so thank you all so much for coming out and wanting to play Blades with me today. as well as all my awesome viewers here and my friends who showed up to watch us play. So as always, before we jump into the rules for the game and playing and describing our characters and naming and all that kind of stuff, I like to hit 3 big points about Once Upon a Game in general. The first one is that this is a one-shot, so feel free to kind of like go ballsy here. Don't always make the safest choice. Play unsafe is basically the best idea here. The way we keep you safe when you want to play unsafe, so you're not hurting anybody, is that we have the X card. The X card or the veil means that if there's an issue with anything, all you got to do is just be like, hey, can we just X this out, or do a little X, or a giant X, or chat in the X, or whisper me X, whatever you want. And we'll drop it like magic. Like, we'll just go back in time or whatever we need to do to get rid of whatever the troublesome component is. There's no statute of limitations on that, so if you consent it to half spider, monstrous gore, weird stuff, and then 20 minutes later you're like, not really sure. Yep, that's fine. It's gone. That's just so we have a good time. And are we cool with that, by the way?
Yep.
Awesome. And last but not least, just simple play advice is listen to each other. Most important thing is build off each other's stuff, as well as try to, if you're ever having trouble, because this is a one shot and we just made our characters and figuring out our personality and that kind of stuff, sometimes it's best to just play average. Like think about what you're like, just like an average idea, and play with it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, wait, okay, maybe we can take it this way or that way. You don't have to immediately jump to the crazy twists or anything like that. Sometimes just playing it safe a little bit and then gradually changing and figuring it out is a good way of doing it, so you're not always stumped. Sometimes the first idea in your head is oftentimes the best, and it's also, sometimes you might think it's cliche or something like that. I'm here to tell you that it's not, because 9 times out of 10, what's common or obvious in your brain is not obvious into anyone else's brain. So it's fun sometimes to just kind of say that whatever the first thing is, you don't have to overthink it. Basically, don't overthink play. Is the summary of advice here. So that's what I like to do. So let's jump into some blades, shall we?
Sure. Well, yeah.
Where are the dank memes, Sispy? I'm sorry. There's no. I'm sorry. This is Blades in the Dark, not Blades in the Dank. I'm sorry.
No.
So, Sonny, what do you got for us, my friend?
Well, first of all, we forgot to do faction affiliation with the crew, so let's get that.
Yes, let's shall. But maybe should we introduce our characters and our crew first?
Sure. That's also a decent idea.
Okay.
Start,
Sose, let's start with you, my friend. Yep. What's your character's name? And a little bit about him.
He is an ex-copper, retired or possibly evicted from his role. He homes in from Akaros. This is hometown. And he is a cutter. He's a brawler, a fighter.
Nice, you're a fighter.
Yeah.
Sorry, cutter.
Yeah.
Awesome. Robert, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Cricket. He is a hound.
Hailing from where?
Severos. He's kind of always grew up in the underground and has been essentially been in training to become a paid killer.
So he's an assassin.
Yeah.
Cool. And corn dogs?
Yeah, I'm Jim.
Just Jim.
Just Jim. I'm I was a lawyer, and I used magical powers to win cases. And
Were you disbarred? When
disbarred?
you say used to be a lawyer,
You know, there's
Or-
some
or-
situations
did
that
you leave?
happen.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
know, man.
Should I put quotes lawyer?
Lawyer. It's fine. But yeah, I made some friends and enemies in the process of forcefully winning cases with magic.
Ah. Cool. And I'm going to be playing a character named Monka. She is or was formerly part of the Iruvian military, like a scouting or recon group or something like that. If you ever played Darkest Dungeon, she kind of looks like the leper, in a way. So like heavy robes, mask, and the big thing is happened to her is that some sort of like disease in battle, either like natural or chemical or something, gave her like a wasting disease, and so now she has to have ectoplasm and stuff to keep her going. And so she's like kind of like border between life and death, and wants I don't know. I guess she's kind of just like trying to live her life and figure out what it means to exist between worlds. So.
To be a leper.
Yeah.
Okay. Does everyone have? Let's go from the last first. Everyone can choose a faction that is either tier 1 or tier 2 to put a minus or a plus into. Let's start with you, Eric, since you finished the last part.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it would make sense for me to have a positive relationship with Iruvia.
The Peruvian consulate.
Correct, the consulate.
Yeah, sure. That makes complete sense.
And the other one I was thinking about. This is a negative one, right?
Yeah.
I would have a negative relationship with. What would be a real what's a common what's the most popular? Maybe ecstasy of the flesh. I have a negative relationship since I'm a leper. I think they might not like me, right? For having some kind of disease and I can't partake in anything of their.
It has to be the that.
Oh, it has to be. Oh, it has to be 2 or less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I was thinking something like that where. The red sashes. I have a negative in red for the red sashes.
Sure.
Because those are also an Eruvian group.
They are
right?
an Eruvian.
Yeah, but I think maybe we have bad blood, so that'd be good.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. Jim, who you're good with, who you're bad with. If you need a faction explained, just you can just scroll down 1 page lower, and then it's there.
Yep.
Corn dog.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you switch to someone else? I'm still like.
Yeah, sure.
Trying to figure it out.
Deimos, maybe.
So I just found the factions. I can choose tier 2 or lower.
Yep.
Okay. I probably have a bad relationship, negative relationship with the crows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably in trouble with them. They don't like me because I gamble and gamble poorly.
Yeah. You racked up quite a debt with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I probably have a good relationship with Um,
See, maybe. What kind of who is your character again?
he's a hound. He's kind of a trained killer.
An assassin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
You could probably have pissed off somebody who was who's currently an assassin group or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think another crew would probably be pretty good for that.
Yeah. I think. Where is that? I'm not finding any assassin or like.
Oh, I mean, like you can just pick something like the Eels or something like that, right? Like the Eels are a bunch of like orphan, like Clockwork Orange
or like
dudes.
probably the most like.
Yeah, I probably have a good relationship with the eels. Then
Okay.
probably like that's who I kind of joined up with when I was an orphaned kid on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Makes sense. Also makes sense with the supernatural stuff we're doing. So perfect. Sose, did you look through the faction list yet? Sose, you're muted.
Just say you're muted.
Yeah. Oops. My bad. I think I have a negative reputation with perhaps. Ooh, I don't know. Forgotten gods. I reckon maybe when I was a copper, or blue coat even, it's a thing that we beat them up basically. We went and stopped their cult things. And I think
Maybe made one of their orgy parties, and since then you weren't in good terms with them.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, when kicks your door in with a bludgeon and then beats you with it, it's not. It's enjoyable.
And who are you good with? Maybe the inspectors, since they have a connection to
Yeah.
the people.
Oh yeah, that's a
Who
good
are the
one.
Imperial Guard though? Who are they?
They are the guardsmen of the emperor.
Yep,
They do
Oh, right.
nothing.
like the Royal Guard.
Yeah.
Then yeah, the inspectors works.
Okay. And Corn Dog, did you see
Yeah.
anything you like? Yeah.
I would have a negative reputation with the Lamp Blacks
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay,
a
why is
positive. What? Because they're the only like non-super weird criminal people.
Oh yeah. and you were like your character is pretty much Saul Goodman, and you were like, I don't know, what kind of deal did you have
Oh,
with them?
Yeah, I finally got that Oh my god. Yeah, you totally are Saul Goodman. I didn't even get that till you just mentioned that. Yeah, that's exactly your character.
Good job.
Yeah,
Eric.
you're a fixer. Yeah.
And they wouldn't like me just because I screwed a bunch of people over. Probably
Yeah, makes
a
sense.
couple of them were in that sort of organization. I have a positive reputation with the Forgotten Gods.
Oh, cool.
Inner party problems already. Perfect. Bring me that good conflict.
Only the highest quality conflicts are worth for the god.
Yeah. Okay, and what kind of relationship did you have with the Forgotten Gods? Did you help them out a lot, and that's why?
Like when I was really, like before I was like, actually anybody, I was like with that sort of organization. They gave me the magical powers that I used to become a super cheating lawyer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And in turn, you like lawyered for them real good.
Yeah, and I screwed over some other people. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
yeah.
So, what kind of lawyer were you, if you don't mind me asking? Were you like a defense lawyer? Were you a prosecutor? I guess you
I
weren't a
was-
prosecutor. You didn't work for the country. You didn't work for the You didn't work for Duskwall then, so you probably were something else.
Yeah, like I
Were you a
would,
criminal lawyer? Were you like? Did you work for like the Lampblacks? And like something happened.
I just got like basically someone who paid me. I did what they wanted me to do.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect. You were
Yeah.
paid. So maybe the Lampblacks were doing something, and they were relying on you in court to do something, and you got like paid off to like not
Yeah,
actually help
just
them.
like I've never lost a case ever.
Yeah, yeah,
And
then
like they like told me to do one, and I was like paid more money from someone else to
yeah,
like
whoever that was. Who do you have a positive regard with?
the Forgotten Gods.
Maybe it was about a cult or something like that.
Oh gosh, okay,
And then that ties in, right?
sounds cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm ready.
Okay. Let's. Oh yeah, no. We have to pick one tier 3 or lower faction as a group. I think that's pretty obvious for the negative. Lord Skurlock
Yes.
is
Yeah,
pretty obviously the
Yeah.
negative one.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him all
In
the way.
in particular. Yeah.
Yep.
No, we're going for him.
Yep. And what?
or I think it's more like he's coming for us.
Yeah, it's
but,
actually him.
Yeah,
He's coming
more
for
like
us.
Still.
Yeah.
And who are your protectors in this conflict? Who are going to be your help against Skurlock?
Ooh. Should it be the Forgotten Gods?
Yes, my people.
It could be the Forgotten Gods. It could be a neutral party. Was it like the consulate? It could have been the consulate who would like steal this shit.
Yeah,
Or-
maybe they wanted you to. They give like tipped you off. I think also something to consider is a circle of the flame.
Oh.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah, they do have like supernatural connections as well.
The Spirit Wardens wouldn't be a bad one, since they collect
Yeah.
corpses and shit. Maybe they were like, oh yeah, here's what you need to do.
Yeah, they how do you have to screw with Skurlock because they're getting pissed at him for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like probably I don't think it's far fetched to believe that the Spirit Wardens and Lord Skurlock have some sort of arrangement, since they have opposing goals in a lot of ways. Where like one, I need corpses and stuff to do random weird shit, and the other one's like, I need to dispose of corpses, so like weird shit doesn't happen. So like they
Yep.
probably have some sort of like tenuous agreement, and probably somebody backed out on one agreement too many times, and they're like, okay, now we got to make him pay. All right, 1 second, I gotta fix this dog.
Yeah.
Darcy.
And then we would go. Anyway, for those in chat, everybody hates Skurlock because
Yeah.
the first what is called
Um.
score that we are not doing because we already done it, quote unquote,
Yeah.
is to steal from Skurlock, steal something very important to him.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah. So chat. The first thing we did was like we're playing this game like in the aftermath of a successful heist against Lord Skurlock. So like the game that so instead of us being just starting from the absolute bottom, the idea was that we did something in the past where like we did this heist against Lord Skurlock and we got something out of it. Or like our treasure or whatever. Now we're going to be dealing with the fallout and playing from there for this game. That's kind of as sort of like a different kind of angle to a normal Blades game where everyone just starts from like nothing and like, okay, let's go do a heist.
Yeah, okay,
So-
let's steal from this guy because that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, obviously the plan was foolproof, right?
yeah.
it was clearly easy money. Yeah.
yeah,
We did
Oh, yeah.
succeed, kind of.
Yeah.
It was probably a complicated.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. The first scene we come back to is set in the sewers, and we start. No, actually, sorry, I'm back on that. we start with like a shot that's focused upon the bells of the Belvedere crematorium, which is the
Spear
base of
Warden's
it.
place.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when the bells toll, that means that somebody has died in the city, and a raven will be sent out. And surprisingly enough, a bell tolls, and the raven just darts out, and it starts circling above a specific area of the city, and then we switch over to the camera in the sewers, where you are standing, you for the four of you, and then you look back, and one of your companions who helped you do this heist is lying dead on the floor, and you are carrying this heavy crate through the sewers to escape from your pursuers. This guy just died randomly. You didn't hear any bang. There was nothing that should indicate that someone killed him, but he's dead.
I mean, first and foremost, I would like to look for any, like, what killed him, right? How he died.
Yeah, all you can see is like a very particular or peculiar, like whitish, milkish mist retreating from his body.
A mist?
Mm-hmm.
Have I ever seen this mist before?
Probably if you ever saw a ghost, it reminds you greatly of ghosts you've seen before.
Oh shit!
But you can see that it's not a ghost, but it's something a ghost would leave behind.
I think Cricket is just like under his breath as like watching this scene and just like, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. We're so we're so fucking fucked. Holy shit! This was a bad idea. I knew he was gonna fucking die.
We just gotta keep moving.
Yeah. Let the dead bury the dead. We have to go.
But that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Let the fucking dead bury the dead.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the dead just buried the dead, but, you know.
Or the dead created more dead, but... Well, let's not get...
I don't know. Should we get going?
No, okay, guys, just help me pull this crate.
If anything, he's now in a better place. So let's go.
I don't know. I don't know about that one, but...
Fucking hell, he's in a better place.
You obviously know nothing about the teachings of the Forgotten Gods. He is definitely not in a better place.
You and your Forgotten God nonsense, all about that doom and gloom. There, there's a gentle repose in death.
I just continue.
From blackness we came, and blackness we
What?
shall return.
You can
All right.
Yeah.
like straight and leave the body. Yep. As you are in that area of sewers, you hear the hurrying of steps in the filth of the sewers, but they are far from your problems at this time. You are close to your hideout, and you carry the crate inside.
God, this crate's heavy. All right, guys, it's up here. Okay, left, right, another right, then a left, and then up the ladders, and then we'll be good to go. So I mean,
Yep.
and so it was, right?
Yeah, so it was. You
Yeah.
carried the crate inside. You open it up, and you found a peculiar painting that had some almost maddening geometry of weird symbols and runes painted all over it. And as you took it out of the crate, the seemingly shattered glass that protected it started rising with it, and it's like it's like 3 decimeters away from it, like just hovering next to the picture or the painting.
What's your fingers, lads?
Yep.
Did we know
Yeah.
this was a painting in the crate that we stole?
Nope. It even seems strange that they would put a painting in a crate that was
Yeah.
obviously for
Yeah,
show.
I probably smashed my hand against the wall and being like, a fucking crate, a fucking piece of art?
Art can be valuable.
Oh yeah, art can be valuable. Okay.
We
Yeah.
could, like,
Well, I don't know.
We were-
this could be okay.
The wardens told us that there would be treasure in there, not art.
I don't
Sure,
expect
I'm sure I can just walk into the fucking ectoplasm bats with this art and be like, yeah, one bandage, please. More work.
To be honest, I don't fucking care. If the spirit wardens want this weird ass fucking painting from this other motherfucker who's just, if a bunch of rich people want to fuck with each other, it's fine with me. I
You
don't care
stand
what
to
we
profit.
Yep.
Oh, I nod and I'm like, I know, it's like I'm used to being caught between
Two rich guys.
yeah. I scowl at you from behind my mask.
What was your previous line of work?
I look.
Is that how you got leprosy?
Yeah, I look at you. I'm like, ninth Pathfinders.
All right.
I don't I like the idea that they have some kind of reputation, like they were like in some kind of fucking huge battle or something like that, and like we lost. Like I imagine this is something like the Iruvian Green Berets or some shit, right? Like special forces. They were like doing some kind of like behind enemy lines shit, and so yeah, that's. And
So
then
we
of course
should,
there's
like-
no like Veterans Affairs or anything, so like when I got sick they just fucking threw me out, and I'm like, all right, fuck you, fuck everyone.
But it should have like some sort of name drop potential, right?
Yeah, like it should carry some gravitas here.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah, totally.
It sounds like you're rolling sway.
no, I'm pretty sure it's like, all right, I'm gonna cut him. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna roll skirmish. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's a call to roll for anything here. Yeah, so you find this painting and you stash it away pretty safely. You put it in your vault, and everyone goes to bed. Like, okay, we're fine. We just like you have a discussion.
Hold on,
about
what
it.
was on the painting? So it was just like an abstract painting.
Yeah, it was just abstract symbols all over it.
Yeah, it was weird geometry, is what you were saying, but.
Yeah.
So it's like the that like a cubist painting, or like a Picasso, or is it more like postmodern than that?
I think yeah. No, it was. It seemed like if you imagine it with our current brain culture, yeah, it looks.
Is it like Distile, like or Distill?
Hmm?
Distill, the art movie. Okay, never mind.
I mean,
I know.
could be a thing.
It's you know that painting that's a bunch of square like rectangles and colors that's like red, blue, and yellow, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the different
I
ones
know
like
exactly.
that.
I remember
Only
there's one when I was,
more
like, 7.
only more like fucking weird abstract
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the.
Okay,
that's the-
yeah. Or like a Gotia, like somebody I used to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
More like that. Yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that stuff in the background. Got it. Okay, now I know what we're talking about here.
Yeah,
Sure.
It looks like it looks like that one Gautier.
So it looks like this was like a paint by numbers Like, just
Yeah.
color in the geometry.
It looks like it was painted in this way for a reason. Like
Okay.
there's a reason behind it. There's a system behind it that's
Yeah. So
if
I
you start
immediately.
thinking about it, it's like, oh my god, I just can't deal with
Yeah.
this. And we leave it alone.
I just think it's a complex paint by numbers for kids. That we just stole something from Lord Skurlock's kids or something. Like, that's what I think.
Would Skurlock have
So-
kids?
I don't know. Like I
You
didn't
know
think
that?
I didn't think they did, but I don't
How do
know,
you know that?
right? Like I don't know if we know
Right.
that. So like I just like I'm frustrated thinking that we were supposed to get a bunch of like family jewels and stuff we could pawn really easy, and instead we got this rich guy's like kids paint by numbers art, right?
He's actually
It's like-
he's actually Count Skurlock. One.
So it's that's why my character is kind of frustrated. Is that I expected a different haul from this.
Yeah, totally. And actually, if you stick around the painting for an extended amount of time, one of the shattered glass things would probably lash out at someone around it.
I thought it's in our vault.
Hmm?
Wait, you mean this is
If you're
before?
standing around it, that's what I'm saying. Like if you are for an extended amount of time, someone
Oh, okay.
the thing. Or whatever.
Well, I would probably be the person who puts it in the vault, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
So it would probably be me.
Yeah, so you almost get caught by this piece of glass. Actually,
Okay.
It doesn't even seem like proper glass. It looks like some kind of thing between lead and glass. Mesh between lead and glass.
Hmm.
So yeah, the painting literally like tries to attack you for quote unquote, but since you have pretty good reflexes, you just oh wait, what the fuck? You step outside, and then the thing shatters in the distance as it keeps flying away from it.
I mentioned to the group, I'm like, there is something really weird about this painting. We should probably get a I mean, so we were tasked to give this to the spirit wardens.
They told you that this is something very valuable that you could steal. They don't need it, they don't want it, but you should do it.
Did they give us a buyer?
No, they just said that this is
fuck.
very.
All right. Well, then we need to get an appraiser. Right. So I mentioned to somebody. So I imagine that when the glass flew at me or something, it probably cut some of my bandages or some ropes, or there's like a slash on me. And like, so I'm walking out of the vault after I seal it. I'm looking down at where the cut was, and I just casually mentioned to anyone around, being like, "We should get an appraiser for this, because there's something up with this painting." It's I just mentioned it's not what it seems.
Isn't one of you lot want to do all that spooky spirit shit? When you have a look at it.
Isn't that you?
Nah.
No, you're a cutter, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Actually, the guy who was supposed to do this, the Whisper, is actually lying dead in the sewers.
Oh god.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. The
So-
person who was supposed to be your supernatural
Jim.
supervisor.
Jim, you know some people, don't you?
We never established what crew we were.
You're thieves.
Alright.
Yeah.
With-
okay.
with thieves.
That big show.
Jim, don't you know somebody who could do this for us?
I don't know people who would do it for free, if that's what you're asking.
Sure. What do they want? Yeah. All right. It's like I mean she's being kind of like sarcastic, like yeah, I knew that there's always a catch. So like
Okay.
I'm expecting. Do you think we could find someone who could also give us a good deal, because we know obviously we're going to have to pay them or do some kind of favor for them?
I don't think that
Anyone who owes you a favor?
Can someone owe me a favor?
Yeah, I mean, just make them up.
Okay.
Maybe
John
If
Smith.
you really want to, you can roll for it, but I think it's
John
logical.
Smith, a cultist of the Forgotten Gods.
Oh yeah, a cultist buddy to look at it.
You might be able to help. Good old John Smith.
Yeah.
I like did some stuff for him, and like I don't think we ever settled that he like he owed me, but I can probably go to him, and he wouldn't just like shy away from like me telling him to appraise the weird art thing.
Hmm. So what is his connection specific? Like, is he someone who is learned or like is good with the supernatural, or is he more
Um,
a razor person, or maybe a bit of both?
He does a lot of stuff with ghosts.
Mhm.
I tend not to get involved with that stuff, but you know. So I never really understood a lot of what he was doing.
But you know that his kind of this is probably kind of his deal. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you contact him? What's you just go to his and like knock?
No, you have to
Um,
put a drop somewhere.
A drop.
Yeah, like you have to like either turn a statue to like a certain angle, or like move something around somewhere, and like that's how they know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you have to like
Yeah.
have a signal to meet somewhere.
Let's see.
You have to light a lantern in top of a church, right? That you have to do something.
Okay. So is there like a statue of the
Put a
like,
hat on a
emperor
statue somewhere or something.
or anything?
Yeah, describe the statue. What
Yeah.
kind of statue this is?
Like a stone statue of like propaganda for the emperor.
A statue of the emperor.
Yeah. And I write onto it,
With bat signal.
like onto like the knee, like the right knee,
Mhm.
pansy, and then that's the signal.
Oh, cool. I thought you were gonna give him a mustache.
No, I was thinking it would be like 10 feet tall, just like because it's like
It's like a garden gnome.
it's like a propaganda thing, so he's obviously like massive.
Yeah.
Probably.
Are you doing this inconspicuously?
Well, you know, it's kind of in plain sight, so I'm assuming I'm doing it like at nighttime,
Okay. Well, it's almost always nighttime and dusk wall, right?
just always
Yeah,
daytime.
there's no daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
You would say it was dusk.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, contacting John Smith.
Okay. Yeah. Who's going with you? Who do you ask to go with you, or do you just want to go alone?
Does anyone offer to go with me?
I mean, I'll come if you want me to. Might look a bit out of place though.
If you don't go, I think I would probably ask Cricket to go trail him as a favor.
I
So-
just go alone, I guess.
Okay. And then if you go alone, then while you're gone, I tell Cricket since
Yeah.
Cricket's a hound, to be like, listen, I think you need to follow Jim. What do you do?
What's in it for me then?
Make sure things go according to plan. Live to see another day. Listen, I just after what happened in our heist, I'm not sure. Jim's more talk than he is execution. So let's just consider it insurance. Trust but verify.
You sure do talk a lot. I'll fucking go, I guess. Jesus. And then I just walk out the door.
All right, yeah, and I probably just like mutter my breaths, like fine, like it's like I would do it if you wanted, yeah, sure, and you go.
Yeah.
Um,
Get rid of Jim. It would be a three-way cut. It's
I think
definitely possible.
that, like trailing Jim and doing stuff would probably be an action.
Okay.
Like this is an obstacle probably that you have to come over, since
Yeah.
like, Jim himself already is like doing this kind of inconspicuously, trying to stay low.
Yeah.
I think that's
Right.
what we agreed upon.
Yeah. So I would roll like it would be prowl, hunt.
It depends on you.
Oh, actually,
Let's try how you do it, and then we can decide.
Okay.
could I retcon
So
something
I
for a
think
quick
that-
moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Could part of the reason why you're trailing Jim is to make sure no one else is trailing Jim,
Oh, that's cool.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that case, do you want me to trail with him?
No, right? Like
Okay.
you're
Follow you.
you're following him to make sure no one else is following him.
It's perfect.
Like you're like counter following.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a train.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you keep bumping into the guy who's supposed to follow him. You're like, oh, sorry. And then like 3 streets later, oh, my bad. This isn't where I park my carriage.
So yeah, if that's what I'm doing, I'm probably like kind of like basically I'm trying to find where Jim is going, like, and I feel like as like someone who's been sent to kill people often, like I'm kind of using that same technique of like I'm just waiting for the time to kill Jim, like, and I'm like, so I'm trailing him, but in the meantime, like I'm like going through my head of like where other people would be doing the same. Like I'm going like I'm picking this path, like, oh, like there's that other path over there that I could use to like go kill him. Is someone over there? Oh no, they're not. Like, like
Yeah.
you know, like that's what I'm trying to like expand out a little bit of my like I'm
I'm
Yeah,
taking a
you're
much
looking
more-
you're looking for contingency murder paths, right?
right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if
Yeah.
I was gonna kill him right now, where would I go?
I am taking the most casual route of walking down the street in my suit, just like I'm supposed to be there. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's perfect. Like you're the decoy like you're the person that the people who are like trying to track Jim are expecting to look for, right? Like
Yeah, so like hands in the suit jacket.
yeah,
just
like everyone's gonna see you.
casual.
Yeah.
walking
Okay.
down the street.
Oh, that probably helps demo a lot, because like, that's awesome.
Not trying to hide, not trying to
Yeah.
be obvious.
Jim more than demo. Like this just makes it harder for demos. Because he has to track 2 people now, just to see if anybody's following them for sure.
Oh, somebody could totally be following.
I mean, I can handle myself. if I
siren.
get followed, but-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I think actually let's do it this way. You're like walking outside and like
We have
you're
one in
like,
Prague.
"Oh, I'm a cool dude," and actually like "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees is playing in the background.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it's-
Only yeah.
His look is athletic, slim jacket, suit and vest with sharp trousers.
Yeah,
Totally.
totally. You're completely a
Suit and
very
tie.
Only of-
handsome dude.
Only of course instead of disco, it's some kind of like dark, depressing folk sea
Yeah,
shanty
it's
version
like,
of Staying Alive.
Made that in dark wave.
Yeah, dark wave. Yeah. Okay.
Like the thing is slowed down. And
Yeah.
Like, it's stern alive, and it like has this very ritualistic
Minor
feel.
key. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
sad.
definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's playing in the background as he's walking down the street, and something that hits everyone as soon as you walk out is that there's so many blue coats out, like so many of them that you're surprised there are this many policemen in the area to begin with, like in Duskwall.
So Sose was a former bluecoat, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The siren. Sorry, I should call you by your character's name.
siren, yeah.
Yeah, you actually probably recognize some of them as you're walking down the street, and they recognize you, and you know,
I think
walking
it's
down
more
the street.
respectful nod.
And Deimos, let's see that more. Let's see how much you notice as you follow these 2 red dudes.
You guys to make a roll.
Okay. So what am I using?
I think it's either survey, so like you're using your vision to survey the area, or hunt, because you're using the knowledge of hunting to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use hunt.
Okay.
So that's-
And I think it's a completely standard action. So.
Alright. So with 2, I use both of my. I use 2d6.
Yep. You have 2d6. Or actually, I can give you Devil's Bargain. Or you can actually take 2 stress to get 1 dice. Or there's an option for Devil's Bargain. I don't think of anything right now, but I might come up with something. Or if anybody else has a Devil's Bargain for Deimos, they can come up and say it. Even chat.
Yeah, I got one.
Yep.
He runs into an old love. Or falls in love with somebody.
Just on the spot.
Yeah, like finds like seriously the most like sexually attractive person, whichever gender Cricket goes with. Like just 10 out of 10, right? Like just fucking
10 out of 10.
and like, oh, hello. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the like we've
Yeah,
all
just like-
been in that
he's like-
situation where like
he's just like
like
walking
how
down
is
the
this
street.
person this beautiful, right?
Just like walking down the street and he's like walks by them and he's like, oh.
Yeah, right? And
Just
like
gets completely off track.
yeah, like you're off track and like you just have them on your mind, right? For the next like whatever, like I have to get that person's number or like I have to, I have to talk to them.
I feel like this is a scene from like The Matrix where he's like walking down and
The
you
red
see
dress.
Yeah.
The red dress, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my devil's bargain. I'm not sure if that's actually a good devil's bargain, but like that's what I would think of.
I mean, it's a good fail condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say that they are actually part of the thing. Like you are going to fall in love with this person, but this person is actually like someone who's following either.
Oh, okay. Like a femme fatale type person.
Yeah.
Archetype.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
cool.
worse.
Yeah, it's actually
More-
Alright.
that's
fucking
more of a
awesome.
devil's bargain.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. That's
Yeah,
if you want. Yeah. Okay. So you get an
Do you
extra.
want devil's bargain?
Yeah, I would like to Devil's Bargain.
So now you do 3d6, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Then you have 3d6.
Cool. Got a 5.
That's good. So yeah, you describe this 10 out of 10 person. How do they?
So, so imagine that Cricket looks kind of like a bit like Colin Farrell, but like a thinner, like smaller, more disheveled version of Colin Farrell. And the person that Cricket sees is like legit just Colin Farrell.
Oh, nice.
And like definitely like narcissist, like is
Yeah.
like falls in love with himself. Yeah, so yeah, legit just Colin Farrell is what is
Awesome.
how this 10 out of 10 looks.
Nice.
Yep. So you recognize this person as he's actually following not Jim, but the Syrian.
This.
The
Yeah.
Syrian.
Okay.
The siren. I don't know.
The siren.
Alright.
I don't know how to say
Should we?
that.
Okay.
That one.
I think it's probably also time for us to go to our first break, though.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be back in 8 minutes, so like 10:30. We'll be coming back for more Blades in the Dark. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. See you after the break. So get some coffee, get some water, get some beer, get some wine, get some weird alchemical potions, get some ectoplasm, and we'll see you in 8 minutes.
Good night, mate.